Hi there, Johnny Daniel, independent demonstrator with Stampin' Up! How are you tonight? So, it's getting warmer. Yay! I love it when it's warmer. One thing I have to get, hold on. So, while you're coming on, I have to ask you, did you see this crazy microscopic list that I sent you? It's like 18 pages long. Did you see it all? I hope so. It's the retiring list. By the way, if you go onto my website and johnnydaniel.stampinup.net, if you go on my website and you click on Shop Now and then you click on Last Chance Products, you get pictures. So you don't have to deal with that crazy microscopic list. It's insane. So, some of the stuff is regular price. Some of it is discounted as much as 60% off, so pay attention. When it's gone, because this is the retiring list, so it's all while supplies last. The basket weave is already gone. The 3D embossing folder, already gone, and I've already sold mine. So, sorry guys. We need to be quick. Usually what sells out the quickest is cardstock, ink refills, and then the ink pads, and then the dies, and then the stamps. So if you need to prioritize because of paydays or anything else, please let me know. Well, we don't have much option for payments, but hey, you know, I'm just letting you know how it is. So we are still shipping, but obviously we're slower, and we've been saying this for a while, so I think we're okay. Online stamp class, the next one will be the first week of May. I am thinking about doing some quick card kits with 8 card bases, envelopes, mats, some punch outs, and then my brain's like going faster than my mouth. Sorry about that. And then doing some retired, not from the retiring list, but older, retired, already stamps. So if you're interested in that, or if that sounds like a good idea, it'd be like 25 bucks total, shipped out the door, done, no tax, no nothing, just 25 bucks. So what I would do is basically say, hey, we're going to do a neutrals palette, and then here's the list of stamps. Pick, put it together, and off it goes to you. So I'm going to put that together probably tomorrow, because the retiring list has kept me pretty busy today. So that's how that's going to go. I'm thinking about doing another live tomorrow morning because the list is a lot. Sometimes the website skips, you know, all that kind of stuff. What I've done is gone through every single catalog and circled what's retired. So if that would be helpful to you, to literally go page by page and say, hey, on page 9 this stamp set's going, hey, on page 10 this bundle's going, I'd be happy to do that for you. So while you're cooking dinner, you can kind of glance and look. So let me know if that'd be helpful. I'm happy to sit down tomorrow morning for an hour and say, all right, in the beginner's catalog, we've got this. In the annual catalog, we've got this. So just let me know if that's something you want to think about. Rubber rummage is still going to happen. I just don't know when. Yay! Let's see, what else? The retiring is the big thing right now. And then after a few days, I will ask about new catalogs because I'll be ordering those the beginning of May. So give it a few days, just under a week, and I'll be asking about that. If you've ordered with me since the last annual catalog in June, you will automatically get one. If you have not and want to request one, happy to do that too. Everything will be going by mail unless something lifts, you know, in the next 2 weeks. So we'll see how that goes. Hopefully I'll be doing an open house. Hopefully, and hopefully we'll be able to do the VIP event as planned, but we're gonna wait and see how it goes. So as of right now, it's still going, but we'll see. So let me switch here. The VIP event is the evening of the 22nd. The open house would be the morning of the 23rd, 10 to 1. Evening would be like 5 to 8. So hopefully we can keep those because they'll be smaller events, meaning under probably 25. So just, you know, we're going to wait and see, just like everything else. So with that, we are going to create tonight a Technicolor card is what I'm calling it. I have figured out a new technique, so hopefully that'll help you to broaden how the ornate garden looks for you and have a little bit of fun too, because it's not a lot of work. It's a little bit of coloring, so it's stuff you can do with a lamp, you know, while hubby's watching TV and that kind of stuff. So hold on a second, I'll put you down and we'll get going. Hold on. Hey Jode, how are you? Hey Denise. I don't know who else is on with me. I see Lise. Comment if you're on, please. Because the little tiny circles that have heads in them with little logos, I can't tell what those are right now. So, let's see here. Am I good? Am I centered? Almost. Okay. All right, so as you see here, follow me on my blog, which you guys probably already know and probably already do. Thank you, by the way. My YouTube channel, Stamping with Johnny. If you tend to miss a live or the notifications do not happen with Facebook, which unfortunately happens more often than I would like, you can subscribe to my YouTube channel and not miss one because they will email or text notify you on everything I put up brand new. So, hi Iris, hey Shawnee, hey Lise, how are you, hun? Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it says 6 comments. I'm catching up, I promise. Really, I am. So, let's see here. All right. So, and then the host code, which Lisa's already utilized. Thank you, by the way. 46RWXMRH. That's going to allow me to pre-order some things in the beginning of May to get you guys going for the open house, regardless if it's virtual or in person. We're still going to do something, okay? So, that's what we need to talk about there. All right. So, I had a finished card. Where did it go? You guys have been losing things today, and it's not good. It's okay. We're going to get there. Ha. Okay. So, for tonight, I'm going to teach you how to do what I'm calling Technicolor. It almost looks to me like the, you know, when we used to have black and white TV and then they came back through and colorized it, it almost looks like that, or like the light brights where you put the pegs in and then you had the color just on outline. It kind of looks like that to me. So, humor me as I say Technicolor, but hopefully you understand what I'm saying. So, let's see here. For tonight's card, I'm using Ornate Style, and I'm using Butterfly Gala, or Gala, depending on how you say it. So, the only reason I'm using Butterfly Gala, whatever, is because it's got this a little note. But anything, any word that is super small, as you'll see in a minute, you can use. Doesn't matter. Okay, the Ornate Style, well, it's kind of persnickety, so you could also use the Magnolia, you can also use the Daisy, basically anything with a good outline to it that you could technically color in, even though we're not going to, that's what you need, okay? So, with that being said, couple notes, too, on the retiring list, I need to tell you. So the couple notes I want to tell you is, first, the blends are not going away. They are not going away, even though you see them all in that list. Okay, so here's the deal. What you need to pay attention to are the little asterisks or the little stars next to it. They're being reconfigured. And what that means is you're not going to be able to buy them singly. You're only going to be able to buy them in combo packs. Okay, so if you want to buy them singly, you need to hurry. But honestly, all the colors are still going to be there. And the price isn't going up. It's not changing. They're just changing the packaging. Okay? So don't stress about that. Secondly, at least you will love to hear this. And I actually jumped up and down. Snail adhesive will be going away. Yay! And I called in today to ask. And the new adhesive, which I am blanking on. Oh, sorry. Hit that. I am blanking on right at the moment, but the new adhesive I have been promised is so much better. We're going to have a lighter weight one, for lack of better terms, and a heavier weight one that you could do like 3D projects with. So awesome, right, Lise? Yay. So, all right, so for tonight, I'm grabbing my snail adhesive because that's what we have right now. Let's see here. I have pre-done a piece of thick white cardstock. It is cut at 4 1/4 by 11, which is our normal A2, A4. I'm trying to remember, I'm blanking on it right now. Anyways, on the 11-inch side, we are scored at 5 1/2. The valley side is what is on the outside of our card. The mountain or the bump is what gets folded in. There you go, Sean. How are you? So we're gonna do that. I also have a piece of Granny Apple Green, and this mat is cut at 4 inches by 5 1/4. I'm going to do exactly what I tell you absolutely not to do, and that's to glue on top of my card base. You are welcome. I habitually do that, and I teach not to, probably because I do it all the time. So, I've also pre-done a little tiny scrap, and this happened to be the edge of the paper of what I cut off, and I used it. Okay, so there you go, Cheryl, whenever you see this. So I have pre-stamped a little note from the Butterfly Gala in the Tuxedo Black Memento ink. Okay, and then I've also put 2 mini dimensionals on the back. I'm still going to snip the edge and it'll be fine. So beforehand, because I figured you probably didn't want to watch me do 20 minutes of coloring. Okay, I mean, I could sit here and talk all day, but if you've ever been to classes, trust me, I can talk all day. But I figured you may not want to watch me literally color for 20 minutes. So what I've already done, this is a piece of basic black cardstock. This is cut at 3 3/4 by 5 inches, which is just under the other mat. Okay, and then I took a Versamark pad and stamped the ornate style, the big bouquet, for lack of better terms, sprinkled it with white embossing powder, did a heat tool to it, and then I've also taken the Stampin' Blends and gotten this started. So you can see the difference already, right? So this is how we start with just the white, and then I've colored in half of it because I figured you just didn't want to sit here and watch me doodle, literally. So for the leaves, I have the dark old olive. Now, something to note, because you're coloring over white, it's going to be a tiny bit brighter than what you're planning on. Usually with the blends, we go a half a shade to a full shade darker, but because it's got a white background to it, you're actually going to have it be a tiny bit brighter because you've got that white undertone, so you want to go a tad bit darker. Originally, I had gone with the light sides of these combos, and it was too light. So you want to make sure to go on the darker side. Against what we normally do, but I'm just letting you know. And then we're also going to use the fine tip side. So all you do is you go over literally the white embossing powder. And what's awesome about this specific card is, guess what? It's black. So if I happen to miss, does it really matter? No. It's awesome because my goofs are hidden, and the only thing I need to pay attention to is that my white is covered in color. Okay, so as I'm doing this now, I started with the brush tip on my other card that I had done that is in all the pictures, and I started on the brush tip, and honestly it just got too messy too quick. Okay, so this alcohol blends, this dries fairly quick because it is over the embossing powder that's heated. First, you're gonna want to wait till it's completely not warm. Ooh, it didn't heat there. I just knocked off most of the powder. All right, so you're gonna want to wait till it's not warm at all. And let's see, what else? That's about it for tips. It's actually fairly easy. So let's see, I'm using the dark Calypso coral for these flowers, and I'm literally just going straight over. Because it's an alcohol marker, it dries fairly quickly. Because it's over embossing powder, I am going to give it like a minute, literally a minute, before I put fingers over it or a hand over it or whatever. So you just want to kind of pay attention to where you've just finished and work your way down or across or turn, just so your hand's not rubbing right across it right after you finish. And that's all there is to it. Okay, not a lot of finesse to this one, thank heavens, because I'm trying to be quick for you guys. But it is what it is. I just missed that side. I didn't heat it correctly. I was talking to Tara, and I guess I was talking and was not paying attention. So you'll want to make sure that you've heated it thoroughly. And I'm sure you'll be able to do that. You know, just because I'm the professional doesn't mean I don't miss. If you've known me at all, you already know this. So, all right, so we're gonna do that. Normally you don't have to scratch them off, but because I had a little bit of powder, you know, it is what it is. Hey Michelle, how are you, hun? For those of you that don't know, wave to Michelle. Michelle actually is who I'm signed up under, and she's all the way in Virginia Beach, so she's up late. So, this is dark raspberry, and we are gonna do this flower really quickly with it. Now I'm gonna fill in the centers, and we'll finish this card, and we will be good to go. So it's just a really cool technique. If you miss a tiny bit, then you just have the white sticking out. You can either go back over, or you can not and have a tiny bit of the white sticking out. It just depends if you want more of a distressed look or if you want a finished look. And that's all there is to it. One note, you kind of want to go in the same direction. And what I mean is you don't want to color like this, because that's what's going to destroy your tip on the texture of the powder. Okay, so you do want to make sure to kind of just pull or push only, but not go back and forth, because you don't want to destroy that that tip or that nib, which is what it is technically called in official terminology. So there you go. Your marker nib is what that is called. Look it up if you want to, but trust me, I have done my homework. These are not replaceable nibs. Other companies have replaceable ones, like the Copic markers or Copic, depending on how you pronounce it. And there's advantages and disadvantages to both. Personally, because I use my stuff for classes, I'm more than happy to replace them completely, because usually my stuff gets destroyed. That, and I'm not overly careful with my stuff either. So you want to make sure you hear that snap so you can guarantee that it's closed. We're just going to fill in a little bit of yellow here, a little bit of yellow, a little bit of yellow, quick, 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 yellow, 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 yellow. Okay. I'm trying to not leave any white, so that way everything's colored and has a reasonably the same tone, I guess you would say. So the darker your colors, I noticed I missed right here. The darker your colors, the brighter your colors, the more it'll stand out. So there you go with that. Let's finish this really quickly. Okay, so I'm gonna flip this over, run some snail over it. Okay, and I am going to mat this baby down, and then I'm grabbing my little note and making sure that I put my mini dimensional far enough down. I'm just gonna cut down the center until I want it to be where I want it to be. Dovetail this guy. Yes, we have a punch for this, but honestly, am I gonna get up in the middle of a video and get it? No. And I can also guarantee where it gets cut. So there we go. The punch I like for tags and bigger stuff, but when I'm trying to get right into where I need to be, I actually prefer to just snip it. So just FYI for you. Okay. And this is gonna go here. And that's what we have. Kind of cool, right? So, couple things to note. Make sure your embossing powder is completely heated. Make sure it's completely cooled. And if you get any powder or waxy kind of material on your tips, just make sure to wipe them off either with a towel or on a scratch paper. Don't wipe too much off because you're wasting ink, but and then make sure to note they're not retiring, they're getting reconfigured. So if you want to buy them singly, you need to do it now, but if you want to buy them as a combo, no change, we're good to go. So alrighty, so with that, here we go. Subscribe to YouTube, you'll be able to get this as soon as I post it, and we'll be ready to go. And if you need anything off the retiring, everything's getting direct shipped because of everything going on right now. So feel free to do online order. If you have any trouble, get frustrated in any way, trust me, I know the system and we can get it done really fast. Not a problem at all. And if you forget the host code, not a problem. I could call that in as well too. So sounds like not a problem, right? So thank you for joining me tonight. I will post this on YouTube before the morning, and we will have a full tutorial on the blog for tomorrow. And enjoy. Have a great night. Thank you. Bye-bye.